If you want to change your financial life, you don't need to be a genius. You just need to follow a few simple rules that most people ignore. Today, I'll share 7 money rules that can completely change your future, even if you're starting from zero. Stay until the end, because the last rule is the one that separates people who struggle forever from those who actually build wealth. Most people never learn how money really works. They go to school, get a job, and hope everything will somehow work out. But hope is not a strategy. If you don't give your money clear rules, it will disappear without you knowing where it went. So let's get straight into it. Here are 7 money rules that can change your life. Rule 1. Pay yourself first. Before you pay bills, before you go shopping, before you spend on anything else, pay yourself first. This means that the moment you receive your income, you set aside a portion for saving or investing, even if it's just $10. Why does this matter? Because if you wait to save what's left at the end of the month, there's usually nothing left. Paying yourself first turns saving into a habit, not an afterthought. It tells your brain that your future is a priority, and over time, that habit alone can change everything. Rule 2. Spend less than you earn. This sounds obvious, but it's the rule most people break. No matter how much you earn, if you spend more than that, you will always be stressed. You can't out-earn bad habits. Many people get raises, bonuses, better jobs, and still live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because their lifestyle grows at the same speed as their income. Real progress starts when there's a gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is where freedom is built. Even a small gap is better than none. Rule 3. Know where every dollar goes. If someone asked you right now where your money went last month, could you answer? Most people can't. They just look at their balance and hope it survives until the next paycheck. But money doesn't disappear. It just goes places you're not paying attention to. Small daily expenses, subscriptions you forgot about, impulse buys that feel harmless. Tracking your money isn't about being strict, it's about being aware. When you see the numbers, you make better decisions. And when you make better decisions, your money starts working for you. Rule 4. Avoid bad debt like fire. Not all debt is the same, but high-interest consumer debt, that's one of the biggest wealth killers in the world. Credit cards, payday loans, buying things you don't really need with money you don't really have. Debt forces your future self to pay for your past, and the longer it stays, the more it grows. If you want to build wealth, make it a rule to eliminate bad debt as fast as possible, because as long as you're in debt, you're running uphill. Rule 5. Build an emergency fund. Life happens. Your car breaks. You lose a job. A medical bill shows up out of nowhere. Without savings, every problem becomes a crisis. That's why one of the smartest rules is to build an emergency fund. Ideally, 3 to 6 months of basic expenses. Not to get rich, not to invest, just to protect yourself. An emergency fund buys you peace of mind. And peace of mind lets you make smart choices instead of desperate ones. Rule 6. Don't try to look rich. Many people spend money to impress people they don't even like. Nice clothes, new phones, cars they can barely afford. From the outside, it looks like success, but inside, it's often stress and debt. Real wealth is quiet. It doesn't need likes. It doesn't need approval. The more you try to look rich, the harder it becomes to actually become rich. So make it a rule. Don't spend money just to impress. Spend money to build your future. Rule 7. Start now, not later. This is the most important rule of all. Most people wait. They wait until they earn more, until they have less debt, until they feel more confident. But later is expensive. Time is the most powerful tool you have, and once it's gone, you never get it back. Even small steps taken today are more powerful than big steps taken years from now. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start. These 7 rules are simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. If you follow even a few of them consistently, your financial life will look very different in a few years. Not because of luck, not because of miracles, but because of habits. Pick one rule, start today, and build from there. If you want more simple, practical money tips that actually work, subscribe to Money City and start building a smarter financial future. Your future self will thank you.